I don't know what you did for your 13th birthday, but for my 13th birthday, I had been in a lot of trouble. And, not like robbing banks trouble, but not great grades. Problems with my mom. Couldn't get along with my mom. And that translates to couldn't get along with Pop. And I had certain people in my life who would step in and sort of give me relief from time to time. And my Aunt Cindy was one of those people. She was incredible, man. She was a wild motherfucker, and she was great. I want to take Nicholas to Lexington for his birthday and do this and do that. And my mom was like, well, Nicholas's grades are trash and so on and so forth. But if he behaves for what was roughly about 3.5, 4 weeks, then you can take him. So the day came. It wasn't my actual birthday. I think it was like a day later or something like that. So we live in Clifton Forge. Lexington is about a 30-minute drive on Interstate 64. So my Aunt Cindy comes and picks me up. She's got a Budweiser, like a 22-ounce Budweiser she's drinking. We hop in her car. It's not a Monte Carlo. It's like the Buick version of a Monte Carlo. I don't know what they're called. I don't know, some kind of Oldsmobile or Buick or something. Anyway, it was white with a blue top and blue interior, 2-door. And so we hop in that motherfucker. We go to Lexington, and she takes me to Walmart and gets me a tape. And she takes me to this little sporting goods store and gets me 2 shirts. And we get something to eat, like some Italian place or whatever. He'll get a sandwich or a calzone or something. I can't remember what it was. And so then we leave there, and she pulls into a gas station. She goes inside. She gets a 12-pack of Budweiser. She comes back in the car. We get some gas. She sits in the driver's seat, 12-pack between us. She opens herself a beer, and we get on to the interstate. So we get maybe 4 miles down the road, and she gets off of the interstate, and then she pulls onto the entrance ramp. So you get off one side, you go across the road, and then you get right back on the interstate. She stops short of getting on the interstate, and she turns to me and says, get out of the car. And I was like, what the fuck? She's like, get out of the car. And this is a woman that you don't ask twice. And I was like, okay, so I get out of the car, and she slides over into the passenger seat. She says, now come around here and get in. So I come around the car, I get in the driver's seat. She said, have you ever driven before? And I said, not really. And she goes, okay, well, this is how it works. And she explains the pedals to me. And she's like, 2 hands on the wheel until you're comfortable. I said, okay. She's like, pull it down, put it in D for drive. I'm like, all right. She's like, when you let off the gas, it's going to start going, and then you give it more. Said, okay. And I just at 13, I just didn't have enough sense to be afraid of that. So I just said, okay. I want to say at the time, the speed limit was 65, but she was like, get it up to 55 miles an hour. So I get going 55 miles an hour. And I'm fucking hyped, man. I can't believe it. I'm so stoked. And so I'm like looking at her, and I'm cheesing real hard. And she's like, yeah, it's fun. And I'm like, yeah, it's fun. So we're going along. She goes, how you feel? I feel good. She goes, you comfortable? I said, yeah. She reaches in a 12-pack, hands me a fucking cold Budweiser. So I'm one hand on the interstate, 13 years old, drinking me a Budweiser. And it was, I felt like a fucking giant that day, and all the bullshit that I had going at school and at home, that shit fucking disappeared. I didn't give a fuck. So I drive us into Clifton Forge, and when we get off the interstate, I'm starting to pull over. She's like, no, go to Pizza Hut. And I'm like, I can't drive in this town. She's like, go to Pizza Hut. All right. So we get to Pizza Hut. My Aunt Rosie and her daughter Heather are there waiting for us. And we go and we sit in the fucking booth. She orders pizza. She orders pitchers of beer. Her and Rosie are just hooking me up with draft beer. Probably Michelob at the time. And we sat, ate some pizza, drank beer for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. She took me home. Fucking best birthday of my life.